Hey party people, I'm Captain Zeus and welcome back to BP Fun. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a review over episode 2 of the HBO DC series, The Penguin. Now, spoiler warnings for those of you that have not seen the episode yet. I will be going into some details that have happened in this episode. So, if you guys like reviews that we do here on the channel, please like, subscribe, let us know, click the bell to be notified when we post more nerdy content. Now, I will say, this episode, wow, we are just diving right into things here. Freaking fantastic episode, honestly, and we get to see Cobblepot smoking the signature cigar, which I mentioned last episode or last review that we, are going to be seeing it in the show, and heck yeah, we got to see it in this episode, and I'll get to that a little bit later, but something that I noticed about this episode was that it was such a crime show. This was like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm watching, I don't know, Goodfellas or like The Godfather or something. I know a lot of people will compare this to Sopranos, which I still haven't seen yet, but it's just so good. We're dealing with the aftermath of Alberto dying. They're trying to go to the funeral, and Penguin is in a situation where he needs to frame all this onto the Falcons, but the drop shipment plan that they had in the beginning of the episode just does not go well at all. Freaking already not starting off really good, but the seeds he's been planting into Sophia, oh my gosh, it makes him seem like he's a freaking mastermind. This guy has just been slowly but surely trying to plant seeds of not only doubt, but of trust to him, and it's worked out beautifully. Sophia ends up in the end of the episode calling him, and they're going to take over the Falcone family. I'm really interested because I feel like at the end of this season, or at least close to the end of the season, we're going to see the clash of Sophia and Oz. I'm interested as to how that is going to take place, because she is very skeptical of people. We see her dealing with the aftermath of getting out of the asylum. She's she's sleeping in her closet. If I recall correctly, that's a common trait for people that have been in prison for a long time. She's scratching at herself. She's dealing with PTSD, going to a psych. She is going through it. And yet, she's not only ostracized by the public, but even her own family. You see that when she's talking to her cousin, and her cousin's daughter comes around, and she holds her in fear. It's dude, you have two people that are ostracized by everyone who are joining forces, and they're both powerful people in their own right. I'm not pushing them romantically. I'm just saying they would be a cool dynamic to see them romantically together, but they would be able to rule Gotham so well. But I know for a fact you can't have two kings. Their clash is going to be epic, for sure. It's going to be like a civil war, I feel. I'm just so enthralled into what's going to happen in the next few episodes in this series in general. Also, I want to double back on the comment I said about Oz's mom. She is still a cool mom, but I didn't realize, and maybe the hints were there in the first episode, and I just couldn't pay attention to it because I was just so hyped up on adrenaline. She has dementia. It's unfortunate. She has dementia, and that's a common trope that you see with a lot of shows and movies where the main character's mom has dementia. They're suffering through it, but I feel like she's gonna die in this season. I feel like she's gonna get hit and ran, or Maroni's people or Falcone's people are gonna get her, and Oz is gonna just go on a freaking murder spree. It's gonna be crazy. But I feel like they're buttering you up to get really, attached to her. She's gonna die. We also see Vic mess up here, so I'm worried because, Penguin has a real heart-to-heart with him about, you freaking almost killed me, dog. I need you to step it the frick up. He doesn't care enough about him just yet, but you can tell that obviously there's something there, right? Vic is growing on me. He's grown on me for sure. But it's honestly, if Oz didn't care, he would have just killed him right then and there. I feel like that moment is where Vic is gonna start to doubt Penguin more and start to kind of think of a way to betray Penguin, if anything. I feel like Vic might betray Penguin later on. I hope he doesn't. I think it'd be cool if Vic is Penguin's number 2. I just finished watching the episode, so it's hard for me to get my words out, but it was just such a good episode. Not a lot of action, which again doesn't need to be in every episode or even in every show. The suspense was killing me, dude. I mean this in a good way. I was like, dude, what's gonna happen next? I was sitting on the edge of my seat, especially when Penguin had to kill freaking Maroni's guy at the memorial service. Yo, that whole situation was stressful. I'm also kind of curious as to Penguin's relationship with that prostitute, because it seems like they seem more than just prostitute and customer situation. I feel like there might have been some romantic feelings there between the two, or he's helped her out in a lot of situations, and so she like owes him. I don't know. I feel like there's something more there, but we'll see how that goes. I kind of felt bad for Vic when he was talking to that cam girl, because his stutter kind of like killed her vibe. And I'm like, girl, you leave this man alone. Vic's a freaking G, dude. Stutters are cool. Get out of here. I'm just rambling off of nothing, but I would probably rate this episode a solid like 7.5 out of 10. Pretty solid episode. Nothing too crazy, but the suspense was really good. Still am not over Clancy Brown being in this episode. I really wish they would have casted like anybody else, to be honest. He does not fit the Maroni family. He even has that one lady, I can never remember her name, but she has that smoker voice. Her, like, their relation just not there. I visually just can't see it. Whereas you look at the Falcones, they all look like they're a family, right? So I'm a little off put by that. But otherwise, I mean, it was a pretty good episode. I can't wait for the next one. We're gonna be getting them every Sunday now, so that's a good thing. It's a bummer we had to wait a couple of more days instead of Fridays, but I think having these on Sundays is freaking dope, because you don't see a lot of shows dropping Sunday episodes. But what did you guys think of the show, or of this episode? Please let me know in the comments below. Captain Zeus, and I'll catch you guys later. See you.